Let's bring in Scott Phillips from Motley. Scott, good evening to you, and let's go behind the numbers. And firstly, look at that takeover of Afterpay by the US giant Square. What does it mean for Afterpay, and what does it mean for investors?
Tomo, good evening. This is an extraordinary deal, an almost $40 billion deal. Square, one of those businesses not a lot of Australians know, but it is shaking up the financial payments world in the US in particular. If you ever tap one of those white Square card readers, that's literally Square. You're using Square, the company, in this case. This is a big deal, and a big deal for both parties. For Square, it gives them access to buy now, pay later technology to Australian customers, to world customers with this new category. And importantly enough, too, it gives Square access to a heap of retailers, numbering in the tens or even hundreds of thousands. So it accelerates both. Now, they're still paying, get this, 35 times sales for Afterpay. So this has really got to work for Square to make its money back. But if anyone can do it, it probably is Square, of course, which was founded by Twitter's Jack Dorsey.
$40 billion, amazing. The other big play was the agreed merger that seems to have been coming for some time between Santos and Oil Search.
Yeah, that's right. It's not every day a $21 billion deal gets put in the shade. That was the case today, of course, with Afterpay and Square doubling that value. But yeah, as you say, Santos and Oil Search, this dance has been going on for a while, and it follows what is now the corporate playbook here in Australia for takeovers. The potential bidder puts a bid in, the acquired company says no, they sweeten the deal, all of a sudden it's a deal, and they manage to find a way to get to the matrimonial nuptials, if you like. Basically, they just wanted more money and played the dance the way they had to do to get that cash. This is a deal that will combine two of the largest LNG companies in Australia, a big juggernaut, still very much reliant on the oil price and the natural gas price that's derived from that, but a good deal for both parties.
Scott, away from the market, we got home value figures which showed the strongest annual growth in 17 years.
These are phenomenal numbers. 1.6% for the month, 16.1% growth over the last 12 months, which is phenomenal in general, as you say, a 17-year record. More so when you think we've just been through a COVID year. Of all the years you would expect house price growth of this sort of number, it wouldn't have been the last 12 months, but here we are. Plenty of people wanting to pay big money for the right house. The question, of course, is where does it stop? I don't think anyone knows at this stage. Every time I say it can't go higher, it goes higher. So right now it's just a question of simply how much people are prepared to pay and how far in hock they want to be. At the moment, the answer is seemingly neck deep.
Tomorrow it's interest rates day. Are we expecting to find out anything we didn't already know from the Reserve Bank?
I don't think so, Tomo. The 0.1% is the official cash rate. Very, very, very long holds, and anything other than that being the case tomorrow. Of course, that's part of the reason we've got house prices growing so quickly. The real one is going to be the bond buying program from the RBA. Basically, the work they're doing outside the official cash rate to try and keep medium and long-term rates low. A decent amount of pressure on them in the wake of current lockdowns to reconfirm they'll continue that bond buying program longer than they'd previously anticipated. They were saying they're going to stop it in August or September. Very, very good chance they'll push it out now just to make sure the economy's in the clear before they start to wind back.
And finally, Scotty, what's the vibe on Wall Street?
It's a good one, which is nice. At the moment, the futures, they're floating around a little bit, up between about a third, about half of 1% over the past couple of hours. At the moment, gains of about a third of a percent, so hopefully good news for them. And hopefully, as always, that translates to good news for us tomorrow morning when the market opens.
Sounds good. Scott Phillips, as always, thank you.